let's see what we have here. We have some documentation, and then the device itself, which is actually a lot smaller than I thought it would be. You get a USB cord here. You get your wall plug here, and it's USB powered. So you could actually, if you're using this with a computer, like a desktop computer without a wireless card in it, you could power it via USB, plugging it into the computer. This is a stand here, and I'll show you how that works in a second. And then we have a little foam pad here. I assume it's got adhesive on either side if you want to mount it somewhere. And then of course you get a nice flat style Ethernet cord. And that's pretty much everything in the box. So let's put that to the side. Okay, the stand here. Let's get the plastic off of here. And of course, as always, if there's plastic on your plastic, it means it's glossy plastic. So let's get this off of here. Pretty simple looking glossy black plastic on the front. You've got a textured matte plastic. And it looks like they're vents. There's no vents on there. And then of course on this side you have plastic again, the glossy plastic on the back. There's nothing. And this of course is your base. Let's put the cords to the side actually and just focus on the device right now. Again, plastic on your plastic, so I have some glossy stuff under here. On both sides. So right here you have your Netgear branding, very glossy plastic. On the top you have some venting. On this side you have some venting. You can actually see through it there. On this side you also have some venting. And then over here you have a label with the MAC address and all that good stuff, which I'm going to keep blocked here. But of course, again, you have your very high glossy plastic. Now, on the base of this is where you have all your connectors. And that's the interesting thing about the design on this, is that this sits on here, and then all your cords feed through the bottom of this device and out the back of the base. I actually expected this to be a little bit bigger than it is. I'm not complaining, I actually like that it's smaller. But on the bottom, let's see what we have here. You have your USB port here, which is to power this up. You have your Ethernet port here, of course, where you're going to plug your device in here that you want to have wireless capabilities. And then this is your WPS button. Now, some routers, including the router that I have, which is a Netgear router, actually have a button on there. So you press that button on the router, and then you press this button here, and without actually having to enter in any codes or anything like that, this device knows that it can communicate with your router without entering in any passwords. So it's actually a nice feature and makes this thing very easy to set up. Now, also on the bottom you have your reset button right there, if you ever need to reset it. So let's just mount this into the base here, and you just have to hook it in and slide it over, clicks in, and that is what it looks like. If you buy a device nowadays, generally if it's internet enabled, it's going to have Wi-Fi built in. But on the off chance if you do buy a device that doesn't have Wi-Fi built in, or if you have an older device, and you're going to be using that device where it's not going to be close to your modem or your router, you might need one of these Wi-Fi to Ethernet adapters. Now, just to give you a quick background, I don't have any cable boxes in my house. I have a home theater PC that I use as a DVR, which has a cable card hooked into a TV tuner. And the cable card is the only thing I got from my cable company. Then on every other TV in the house, I have a Windows Media Center extender. And that allows me to watch whatever I've taped on my DVR, or recorded on my DVR. And it also allows me to control my DVR so I can watch live TV on those other television sets. Now, in my scenario, one of my extenders is an Xbox 360, and the other two are Linksys devices. Now, the Linksys devices are older devices, And that's why I thought that the Wi-Fi wasn't up to snuff and was giving me problems. But as it turns out, the Xbox 360 was also giving me problems, pretty much with the HD video playback. It was very stuttery. It was basically not functioning at all. Now, I haven't tried one of these before, even though I have tried Netgear's bridges before, but I'm assuming that it's going to work just the same. So basically the setup is you're going to take your device, hook it into this device via Ethernet, and then this device is going to wirelessly communicate with your router and bring the internet to your device. Pretty simple concept. Now it says here universal compatibility. Basically what that means is that a device doesn't know if it's hooked into a router or a modem or if it's hooked into this device. So you have the little diagram on the back basically explaining exactly what I said before. You just hook this into whatever device you have, and then this device wirelessly communicates with your router and hooks you up to the internet. So that's the Netgear Universal N600 dual band Wi-Fi to Ethernet adapter, model number WNCE3001. If you have any questions or comments, please post them down below. If you like what you see, please subscribe. And as always, if you want to help out my channel, give me a thumbs up or share this video. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.